What's going on, family? We're officially recording. This is our team chairman call for Monday, right? We get together on Mondays. Today's Monday, September the 27th, and we always come on here and we share some breakthroughs to success. And hopefully you're on here. And if you're seeing this recorded, I hope it gives you a lot of breakthroughs. But let's make this happen, family. Welcome to tonight's call. If you're tuning in right now, I wish you a lot of breakthroughs. Everybody has to make sacrifices. Right now, I was hanging out. I was actually celebrating my friend's birthday. We went to the Cowboys game. They were killing it. No, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I just had to show some love. I just like sports in general, right? And the Cowboys were winning. They're playing a great game. And then I had to come back to make sure that everybody gets the nuggets, right? Every time that we commit, we gotta follow through. But nonetheless, family, a lot of gems will be dropped today. And if I haven't said it, my name is Ricky Valdez. Today, we're gonna have a very, very special guest on here. So let's kill it because I know my brother has a lot of things to do right now. So let's run it up. Family, today we have a treat. And I will have to say today, this is honestly super, super, super truth. The person that we are about to hear from is one of the best to do it. I knew when this individual was enrolled in this organization, I knew it only took me a few months to realize that this person was that person that we were looking for. I knew it. He asked all the questions. He was up in everybody's business. Literally showed up to every call. Not only did he intake the information, he would reciprocate it right away. And he showed and displayed a lot of heart from the beginning, but he was never scared. He was always looking for the answers, something that I personally was doing. And I was always willing to give this person a ear, mentorship, whatever it is that he needed, because he always reached out and he just was so hungry. And that's why he got to the level. But not only is he, somebody that was very coachable, he's somebody that applies the information to the next level, gets creative with his own information. And I encourage you to also do the same. And then one day I saw, the type of person that he really was. And at the same time, I told him, hey, we're going to start collaborating. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to help you out. And when we started collaborating, things really started to explode. He was also making his own leaps of faith, his own sacrifices. And he'll tell you his story. He took a leap of faith to London. And when he came back, it was never the same. Everything changed. He had his breakthroughs. And that's when he created one of the biggest movements that this organization has seen. And so I hope everybody has their notebooks. This is my brother right here, as genuine as it gets. Leadership A1, one of the hardest workers, best in the social media game, and has, if not the most heart within the whole organization. So my brother, Mr. C. John, also, it was your birthday a few days ago. Happy birthday to you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Let's run it up, bro. Super happy and grateful to be on this call with you, Mr. I'm so happy and grateful. Next level, big faith in the house. Let's run it up, bro. Go ahead, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Family, do me a favor, man. Let's do me a favor and just if you can, right? If you can, show me your hospitality and let me see your camera come on. Right? Show me your hospitality, right? Is that how you're gonna treat, somebody who comes in, and wanna I got some gifts for you. I got some gifts for you tonight. Right? I got some gifts for you tonight, and I wanna see everybody's face. I wanna see how many faces, with the real leaders, right? With the real leaders, turn your cameras on. Now if you're not a leader, I understand why you don't have your camera on, right? Because what I want you to envision is that, I can do the same things that Ricky and C. John is doing as long as I continue to be consistent. I can do the same exact things that they're doing. Eventually, I will get there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and be respectful, put my camera on, have my notes ready to go ahead and take notes so I can go ahead and get on this call and receive what I want. Everybody drop I receive in the chat, right? Everybody drop I receive in the chat, right? I want to thank Ricky for being able to get me on this call. This is somebody who I truly, trust, love, and respect. And if you guys don't know, he played a big role in my success. Being able to help me out. Being able to listen to me when others didn't want to listen to me. Being able to, really just hear me out. And sometimes we just want to be heard. Sometimes we just like, yo, like if the person could just hear us out, we're just like that. I'll rock out with this person. I rock out with this person. And he gave me the game. He put me on game. And one of the biggest things that he's really been able to help me with is like the leadership development. He's threw in some spiritual gems in there. He's threw in skills of the industry that we're in so that I can use those things and really just go ahead and catapult myself to accelerate my success. So I want to say thank you, bro, for being able to be the trailblazer that you are, bro, and play a pivotal role in my life. And I really say that humbly, bro. Honestly, you being able to pave the way, go through what you went through. Who knows, what the things that you went through before I got in this business, and you continue to keep going. So I just want to thank you, bro. So I want to show my gratitude, guys. If you guys don't know how to open up a call, you definitely want to pay homage to the person who's came before you. I'm very, very big on that. I'm very, very big on gratitude. So let's get into it. Real quick, I'll just kind of run you guys through my story and then we'll get straight into it. I don't want to waste no time. I want to be very, very precise, but I want to be very, very effective, right? I know that there may be somebody who's on this call who may be going through something. There may be somebody who's not going through something. It may be somebody who's growing through something, right? So I want to speak to every single person, So real quick, I'm gonna go over my story really quick. And then I'm gonna go over launching. I'm gonna go over social media. And I'm gonna touch on a little bit of the spiritual side of success, right? So I'm gonna touch on those things. I think launching is very, very pivotal, and I don't have a launch document or anything for you. I'm pretty sure Ricky or whoever your upline leader is, they have something in store for you on how to launch. I'm just gonna give you something to put a little bit of turbo boost on what it is that you got going on. That's it, right? The social media game, I'm just gonna show you how to go ahead and do it compliantly, and being able to attract the right people that you want to go ahead and attract in your business, right? And being able to do some things that can really go ahead and jumpstart yourself. So, um, first and foremost, I'm C John. I'm actually from the Bronx, New York. Been doing this for about 3 years now. My background, I come from humble beginnings, single mom. Working 2 to 3 jobs, making sure that we were good. Went to college, played Division II football. Was there just for football. Didn't care about anything about school at all whatsoever. So I went in there and I played. I played college football for a little bit, and after I graduated with my bachelor's degree. Worked at a radio station for a little bit. Was getting underpaid, right? People thought I was lit though. And then I started doing marketing for the NBA D League. People thought I was lit, but I was overworked and underpaid, right? So that's that. I managed to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to go back to New York City. I went back to New York City, started working with younger kids in the sports facility from 2 years old to 5 years old. And then also I started working at an after school program at the same time. I later on, did very, very good work there, had a good reputation, and I got actually recruited to be a school teacher. So I was teaching at a charter school where they were paying me $60K a year, weekends off, full benefits. We had chefs. We didn't have regular school lunch. We had chefs. We had I had a big budget of money where I could just buy whatever I want. I was able to alter the curriculum. I was able to have leeway and do a lot of things. I was one of 5 males that was inside the school district. So I played a pivotal role in being a role model for young boys, even young girls. And, I would say I've been mentoring, for a year and a half, those kids and stuff, to see them grow up and see them mature, talk to their parents about what can we do to go ahead and help with the kids that have a lot of energy, So I started to understand them. I met Gustavo online, found out that he dropped out of high school. I'm super competitive. So as soon as I found out Gustavo dropped out of high school, I said, if he could do this, I can do this. Reached out to him about 3 times, finally responded, and it was go time. I said, show me exactly how to do this, bro. Like, give me the guidance, help me, put people in my corner to help me win, and I could go do this. I grind. I know I don't care about how much money I'm making. I just care about learning how to go ahead and achieve what I want to achieve. So fast forward a year into the business, I was able to go ahead and leave my job. Second year, was able to clear 6 figures. No income claims, but I'm just letting you know what I was able to achieve through the levels of working hard. It wasn't given to me. It's something that I had to earn. So, and now we're 3 years in the game. But what happened? I stood at P2000 for about 10 months, and what happened was, I went to London, like Ricky said, and I don't know how. I got blessed to be able to be a plus one to sit in the chairman's section, and that sitting in that section was different. I got to meet people like David Monite, Yvonne Tapia, see the Alex Mortons, the Bryce Thompsons, the Justin Owens, I was around a lot of good energy, around the Darwins, the Mr. Banks. I was around those individuals, Matt Roses, the Jason Browns, in that section, shaking hands with them, eating food next to them. And I was like, wow, like, this is different. I felt super uncomfortable, but the frequencies, the energy that was in that area, I was like, oh, I'm soaking this all up. It was way, I couldn't have got that experience in GA, just being honest with you. Not saying that GA is not it, because I sat at GA my first event as a P150, and then 2.5 months later I was a Platinum 1000. So not saying that the GAC can't elevate you, but I had a desire to go hit chairman. So for me, I said, you know what, me sitting here, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I could be very, very transparent, I started crying in that convention. I started crying. Tears of joy. I started crying, and I was like, wow, like this is so different. It's just the way things was happening. And I was like, Dad, like it, it's just different. I had tears that was coming down, and I was like, yo, no longer will I play around with this ever again. No longer. And I realized that, in a great book, it says, though that sow in tears reap in joy. Though those who sow in tears reap in joy. So I didn't even realize I was sowing some seeds with those tears, right? And I was just, I felt it in my soul. I was like, yo, I know I'm hitting chairman, bro. I'm not leaving 2020 without, it's like I had that burning desire in me, and it was a different story. And then, 30 days later, Platinum 5000, 60 days later, chairman 10. So guys, you can't tell me that my God is not real. You cannot tell me that it wasn't just me. It had to be some type of spiritual aspect that accelerated my business to the next level. It accelerated not only my business, but it also accelerated my heart. It also accelerated my growth. I'm not the same person I was at that table. I transformed right then and there. I transformed, and I said, wow, like this is, like, I'm really here. I'm really doing this. And it was a different ball game. So kind of just wanted to give you guys a story of that. And I want to kind of just get straight into like being able to give you guys some value and help you guys out. So real quick, I'm gonna ask a quick question: has anybody new joined your business in the last 30 days? Drop a one in the chat if you've seen some new people join the business in the last 30 days. Right? Maybe your business, maybe your crossline business. Let's root for everybody, right? All right, cool. Right. Now, it's very, very important to go ahead and stay in phase one. And, what's going to happen is I'm going to show you. I know you guys probably have a certain way that you launch. You probably have a certain way that, a document that you guys follow, and that's okay. I'm not here to take away what you're doing. I'm only here to add, right? That's it, right? And you can go ahead and use this. And if you see value from it and you can do it, then we'll go ahead and we'll work that play out, right? So first and foremost, I'm going to go over launching real quick. And I think it's very important to go ahead and launch with speed. Everybody drop speed in the chat, so that even though if you don't feel the acceleration, even though if you don't feel speed in your business, guess what? You get to use your eye gates and your ear gates. You done heard me say the word speed, and you also see the word speed. So your eye gates and ear gates are performing and they're working right now as we speak. And if you can hear that word speed all the time inside your business, and if you can understand that success loves speed, if success loves speed, right? Success loves speed. The word success loves a thing, and that thing is speed. Success loves speed. It didn't say success loves slow. So if you take your time with the business, guess what? You're not getting what success loves. Success loves speed. I need to move fast. So I'm going to show you something that's been working for us, and really being able to see some things happen, in the business, So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick so you could kind of see what's going on, right? And I'm just going to bring up a calendar, right? I don't have to bring up no fancy slides or anything like that. I'm going to bring up a calendar, and we're going to just start with the 27th, right? We're going to start with the 27th, So I want to just choose somebody I see on this call. I see my boy Jay. So I'm going to use Jay. And then I'm also going to use, so I see Jay, and I'm going to use Derek, right? I'm going to use Derek and Jay, right? So Jay got Derek started today. Derek, today's his first day, right? The objective, right? The objective is to get Derek paid within the first 7 days, right? He needs to get paid within the first 7 days, right? So we start to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So I know that October 4th, he needs to have gotten some type of results. He need to had been able to plug in some type of trade or make some type of results happen before the 7th day, right? And I'm letting him know, I'm setting the expectation and letting him know we're going to help you get results within the 7-day period. Now, I'm not going to guarantee, but I'm going to tell him that this is something that I have an expectation for. Now, after that 7th, right, that 7th day, right, the 8th day, what I'm going to do is, and this, I'm telling him all the 27th. Everything that I'm telling him is the 27th. I'm telling him the 7th day, I need to be able to get you paid minimum by the 7th day. So the 4th, I need to be able to see your MT4, or whether you're doing HFX. I need to see something that you've made some type of results, right? I didn't ask about the trade that you took after you won and lost. I'm talking about the trade that you first took and you won. I'm talking about that one, right? You could talk about that. I want to talk about, was you able to see results in this day? Now that you got results, I'm going to go ahead and go with list building, right? I'm going to list build with you, right? I'm going to build a list with you, right? List build with me, right? And I'm going to show you how to go ahead and leverage your network to go ahead and earn, income in an entrepreneurial way, right? I'm going to show you how to go ahead and run a business, right? So now the list building, I'm going over that. And what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to lock that day in for the 4th, right? And then the 5th, I'm going to list build with him. You see it right here, the list build. The next day, right? Because when I'm list building, I'm going to go over, right? When you go over list building, you're going to go over how to invite those individuals, right? The first 15. You're going to get the characteristics from that individual, right? If Derek has a friend, right? Derek has a friend right now who, it's into computers, right? He's very analytical. right? I might want to get somebody like Ricky, right, on that call because I know that Ricky can dissect a person who already has a lot of questions, right? Now I know that, okay, cool. Derek, has a friend who's very family oriented, right? But Jay is a person that's doing this for his family. I can go ahead and match and marry individuals to go ahead and make the close a lot more simpler, right? To make the connection a lot more simpler because people want to relate, right? So you got to play matchmaker in this game. Get to know your cross lines. I've leveraged cross lines to actually close deals for me. I've leveraged people who are not my cross lines. They're actually my down lines, right? My business partners, and I've leveraged them. A person who don't have results in the business, I've leveraged that person just to tell their testimony to go ahead and literally go ahead and close that person. So we want to go over that. The next day, we're going to launch your business, launch your biz, right? And this is the day, right? The next day, we're going to run an opportunity call. And if you can, if your funds are right, and if your funds are not right, you may want to go on Canva and you want to get Canva Pro, pay the $15 a month, and you want to go on YouTube and learn how to use Canva to start to create your own flyers, right? Who's going to be the person who's going to step up and say, you know what, Ricky, we no longer have to pay for flyers no more. I'm going to step up and learn how to do it. I'm going to bring value, right? I'm going to bring value, right? And when you start to bring value to your mentors, your mentors always take care of you. Like they go the extra extent because they know that you're bringing ideas to the table, AKA you're now an asset, right? So now, right, let's recap. The 27th, Derek got started, right? In 7 days, I need to get him results. That's the 4th, right? The next day, I'm list building with him. The next day, I'm launching his business. Derek is not surprised next week when we're talking about these things because I already set the expectation on the 27th, which is today. I already set the expectation. He knows we're going to list build on Tuesday. He knows we're going to launch his business on the 6th. He knows. Another thing I asked for on the 27th, I asked for a picture. Derek, send me your best picture. Send me your best picture. Right? And the reason why I want to have that is because when you go ahead and you make 3 figures in a day, I want to celebrate you in the group chats. Right? I want to celebrate. Right? I also want to celebrate when you hit Platinum 150 when we start launching your business. Right? But I also, before that, I also want to create a flyer, right, that says, something along the lines of Derek's workshop tonight at XYZ time. And I want you to find an upline leader that you can leverage. And I want you to invite 5 to 10 people from that list to get them on that call and let's launch your business. Right? Now, Derek follows all the instructions. And guess what he does? He gets a person like Jay that joins his business. Jay joins the business on the 6th. We do the same exact thing with Jay. Jay, in the next 7 days, we're looking to get you results, nothing less. It is the 6th he got started. 1, 2, 3, that's the 9th, right? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His launch date is the 12th, right? I mean, list building day. His list building day is the 12th, list building, right? And we're going to pick a time, boom, I'm going to ask for the pictures, everything. We're going to launch his business on the 13th. See, the thing is, I'm not asking him to launch the business. I'm not asking him, does he want to launch the business? I'm telling him what our system provides, right? The person that has the different tonality to talk with conviction is going to be tough for somebody to say to me, I don't want to do that right now. The first thing I want to do is get you results. Then I'm going to list build with you, and then we're going to launch your business, right? And you're going to get results within the system. This is our system. It works all the time. It's like clockwork. And then you're going to do this with your person, right? So like I said, you can go ahead and you have ways to launch. You have ways to show people how to do it. If you want to move with speed, you want to go ahead and start booking things, because here's what happens on why duplication doesn't happen right away. It's because we get people paid, and then that transaction after we get people paid, that transition is not always a smooth transition, and it may be too much talking. And that's why they're not getting the clear-cut information. A lot of people know how to get somebody paid, but they don't know how to transition to help them launch their business. And that's the biggest thing. When you start to get better at transitioning and launching people's business, you start to, one, ask the right questions, because you already know, like, for example, how do I ask somebody, if anybody knows in the chat, really quick, how do I ask somebody, do they work a job, without asking them, do they work a job? If anybody could tell me in the chat, how do I ask somebody without asking them, do you work a job? How do I ask them? What do you do? What do you do? What else? When are you? Okay. What's your daily schedule look like? Okay. What's your schedule? What's your income like? Okay. 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 How does your schedule look like? Okay, cool. Any vacations lately? Okay, I like that one, Zach. I like that one. Okay, but here's what you do, right? You ask them, right? Here's how you ask somebody if they work a job without asking them, right? You gotta start asking questions that, like, you really already know the answer to, but you want to get the answer without asking that specific question. So for example, this is how I ask somebody, do they work a job, without asking them, do they work a job? Hey, are you free tomorrow? Hey, are you free tomorrow? Like, you got to get clever in this thing. You got to understand, we're talking about skills. Like, we talking about, I'm telling you, people are selling like waters and stuff and making they're making 7-8 figures. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? Like, we got something that's so sexy, and we could be moving a lot more faster. I told you, success, what does it love? It loves speed. I gotta move fast. I gotta hop on the trainings. I gotta get trained. There's somebody who didn't make this call today, but you gotta go ahead and get them the notes, and you gotta pass it to them tomorrow, because you can't wait the next 3 days. That might not be enough for them. That might not be enough. But what we can do is we can go ahead and grab this information, and we can go pass it to the next person right away. My notes, I can look at my notes and call the next person. Hey, I didn't see you on this call. I want to go ahead and educate you on what we learned yesterday. Very vital. Right? So now let's talk about social media, right? Number one, with social media, right? You're gonna have to get uncomfortable, right? And here's the simple things that you need to take care of first, right? When it comes to Instagram, right? When it comes to the whole thing about Instagram, number one, there's millions of people there, so you can't say that you can't find anybody. There's new people that's getting new people. There's old people that's getting old people. So here's what's going on with social media. Number one is, it's cool to have pictures, because pictures is worth 1,000 words, right? But a video is unlimited. A picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is unlimited. The first thing, when I go to Nicholas's page, right? When I go to Nicholas page, right? Stories and reels. Yep. When I go to Nicholas page, I see the pictures, but I want to hear how he sounds. I want to hear how somebody sounds. Right? It's cool that I see your pictures, but I want to hear how you sound. I want to see what type of value you're giving. Right now, you might be saying, well, I don't have a videographer. I don't have nobody to take videos for me. Here's what you do. Your first video is going to be on IG Live, and you're going to save it as an IG Live TV. Right? You're going to bring value from there. You're going to read a book, right? You're going to get some type of info, some type of audio, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and just simply, you're going to talk about what you learned. And you're going to bring value. And now you're going to start to attract like-minded individuals. But here's the hack when you go on the IG Live. Here's the hack. You hop on IG Live. Hey, what's going on? Go ahead and send this out, right? Be sure to stay to the middle, because there's gems, and be sure to watch this till the end. Now people are actually going to go ahead and watch it because they don't want to miss a gym. They don't want to miss a gym. That's for when you go ahead and you get them to record it, right? So now that's that, right? Now with social media, even if there's one person, yes, sir, right? Another thing, right? Polls. Polls give me permission to reach out to you. Polls give me permission to reach out to you. Here's your first poll for tomorrow, family. I don't want to just give you value. I want to give you something to use. What you're going to do is you're going to go on your story, right? And you're going to ask a question, right? You're going to say, which car do you prefer? The Lambo or the G-Wagon? You're just going to ask a question. The Lambo or the G-Wagon? And now maybe you might want to get a GIF, right? You want to go and get the GIFs and you want to type in Lambo or G-Wagon. You want to have those things moving, right? You want to dress it up. You want to make it look nice. See, if you guys didn't know, you get 28% more engagement when you use GIFs. Not sure if you guys knew that. You get 28% more engagement when you use GIFs, right? So that's that, right? Now, what you're going to do is people are going to vote. People are going to vote on the poll. And when somebody votes, let's say, shout out my man Money Manny. Money Manny votes on G-Wagon. You know, Zachary votes on the Lamborghini, right? After I get my votes, I'm gonna message them and I'm gonna say this. Hey, what's going on, Money Manny? What made you choose the G-Wagon? I just started a conversation now. I didn't invade. I didn't talk to him about the business. I just started a conversation. I want you to start before you even start to think, because a lot of people think and that's why they don't start. So if I can get you to, one, I can bait somebody into clicking on one of their favorites, right? Which people never really ask people those questions. What I can do is I got permission to reach out to you because you voted on my poll. Money Manny, what made you choose the G-Wagon? He goes, oh, you know, such and such. Oh, okay, cool. Here's the follow-up question. My business partner said the same thing. My business partner said the same thing. Now there's curiosity that's created. 9 times out of 10, they're going to ask you, what do you do? What do you do? Now, if they do not ask you what you do, you're going to ask them what they do. And then you're going to say, when you're going to get the G-Wagon? What's your date to get the G-Wagon? What's your date to get the G-Wagon? Right? If we're getting value here, go ahead and drop love in the chat because I want to spread love today. I want to spread love today. Right? Drop love in the chat if we're getting some value. Right? I just want to get some love in here. Right? So, right, we're moving forward with Instagram. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm fortunate to have I'm fortunate to have a videographer, right? But the one thing that's really been able to pop off is these reels. You know, for some reason, the women are actually a little bit better. So men, we got to pick it up. We got to figure it out. You know, we got to spend a little bit more time, just not too much time, but we got to look and see what can we do, because we got to get busy with these reels, right? So the reels get busy, right? So you definitely want to go ahead and do reels. Here's the reason why you want to do reels. Drop a 7 in the chat if you know who Mike Navarrete is, and drop an 8 if you don't, because I'm about to blow your mind right now. Okay, so for the ones who dropped 7, thank you. You're plugged in. For the ones who dropped 8, it's okay. You probably just didn't know. He's actually an FRX educator, right? Mike Navarrete. He's an FRX educator. I was on the phone with him a few weeks, about 2 weeks ago or something like that. And he had a girl in his business who had not enrolled not one person in 8 months. In 8 months, she didn't enroll somebody. They did a Reels challenge to help people get their PRSV up, and they dropped a reel for 7 days, from Monday through Sunday. By her third reel, she got 20 people on an opportunity call. By her third reel, she got 20 people on an opportunity call. This is a girl that didn't get results for 8 months. Let's just say reels pay the bills. let's just go with that. Reels pay the bills, you know. Now, maybe you don't know how to work them. Figure out how to do one this week. Right? Figure out, just be that person that's on the call and say, you know what, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go apply what I'm learning on this call. Right? So we want to go ahead and we want to tap into that. Right? So that's that. I won't touch too much on social media because I really want to dive into you know, what I really love and what's my favorite thing to talk about is literally that spiritual side, and that's been able to help me, you know, get so much success. I don't credit it anything else. Only thing I credit is God and the spiritual side of success, literally. Right. And one thing I realized is that I told y'all that I had those tears when I was inside that chairman section. Right. And I realized, I said, Dag, like those spiritual tears, I was dropping those spiritual tears, and I'm just like, man, like I'm vibrating, you know. I felt goosebumps, and I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm like, Dag, I want change. And it's like every speaker was speaking directly to me, not anybody else. He was speaking to me. She was speaking to me. Every speaker, I'm like, yo, like, did they tell them my problems? Like every speaker was speaking about me, and I'm just like, Dag, like, you know, I'm like, Dad, this is alignment. I needed to be here. Like, what if I didn't go? Next thing you know, I'm understanding that those tears that's coming down, those who sow in tears reap in joy. I started to reap in joy. I started to cry. I started to really tear. I started to come back and say, I'm so happy and grateful. I was crying in the shower. I was really so serious about this. And see, people don't know when you're crying, you're actually sowing. And sowing just means you're planting, right? And we continue to keep planting. We expect a return, because you're not going to plant a seed without a fruit growing. You're not going to plant a seed without that rose petal that you want to grow. You're not going to plant a seed because you want to just plant the seed. You plant the seed because your expectation is that you're going to water it, you're going to put some sunlight on it, and it's going to actually go ahead and grow, right? But the thing is that you don't understand that the thing that was breaking you down in that specific season, right? The thing that was breaking you down in that season, because a lot of people, they're going through breakdowns in certain seasons, and sometimes they don't know how to come out of it, but some people don't make it alive to come out of it. So I want you to understand that when you breaking down in that specific season, later on, you're going to think back and you're going to say, me breaking down in that season, it made me. Because I remember I looked back and I said, wow, I was breaking down. I was looking I saw P2000 in the back office, and I wanted chairman so bad. And I was like, man, I want it. I'm crying, tears coming out my eyes, really want to go ahead and get that. I'm saying that I'm so happy and grateful. I'm like, yo, I'm saying it. Why is it not moving fast enough? I'm saying it, but I had to be patient, because I realized the season that I was broken in, right? The season I was broken in, right? It made me. But I didn't understand that it was making me during that season, because I needed to be broke down before they brought me up, right? So I understand that I wouldn't be here if God didn't allow me to go through that. So I had to go through things. I had to stay at P2000 for some time. I had to understand that, right? And so I understood that now I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I didn't go through that season where I was broken, where I was broken, where I was breaking down, during that season, I'm like, yo, what's going on? The people leaving my business. People don't want to, what's going on? Right. And here's what I want you to understand. When you're breaking down and you're at your lowest low and you feel like you need help, do not hang around with people, right, who are unbelievers. Do not hang around with people who don't believe in your business. Do not hang around with those people, because now you're going ahead and you're keeping the company that don't even really want to accept what it is that you're doing. You got to move away because birds of a feather flock together. If I'm calling the people on a high frequency and I'm saying, listen, I may be going through something, but I just need a strategy on a way to get out of it. Right? You start speaking positive to your mentor, right? See, a lot of people don't know the gateway to get to the next level, right, is really just showing that gratitude, right? You know, and once you understand that gratitude is going to not only grant you access, but when you start to show that gratitude, you start to be aware like how your mentor is actually teaching you, right? But then aside from that, right? Aside from that, I don't want you to hang around unbelievers who don't understand your business, because then you're not going to show the gratitude that you need to show because you're hanging around the people, right? Birds of a feather flock together. You're hanging around the birds that they already talking down on your business. They don't even believe. They're like, yeah, you just talking this junk, right? But people don't understand that when you're around unbelievers, guess what? You can't accelerate your success. When you're around unbelievers, you can't accelerate your success. When you're around people who you tolerate because they're around, when you don't understand that and you don't switch your circle, you're not going to be able to accelerate your success. Right? Last couple things before I end this, because I don't want to be on here too long, right? But I don't want you to give up on the prayers that you've been praying for. Sometimes you may have to say them over and over. Sometimes just one time is just not it, right? Understand that I don't want you to give up on your prayers. I want you to continue to keep praying. I want you to continue to say, I'm thankful for this food. I want you to continue to keep expressing how grateful you are, because when you down and out, here's the prayers we need to be going and speaking. We need to be asking God, can you renew my strength? Can you renew my strength, please? God, please, can you renew my strength? Can you restore my peace and my joy? Can you restore my peace and my joy? Because for some reason, I'm growing through it and I need your help. I need your help, right? A lot of people don't understand that. I was looking, because a lot of people are dealing with anxiety and depression. I was like, let me see if they talk about anxiety and depression in the Bible. Like, let me actually see, right? Because I was like that, like the pills, I don't agree with them giving pills for those specific things. I don't agree with them prescribing those things to help us with those. I believe it's something else that can help us. And I said, what better way to go look for it than in a great book? What better way? And so I look in it and I'm like, okay, I'm looking for it, and I found it. And I found it, right? And I found it. And it said, right? It said cast all, right? It says cast all your anxiety on him because he cares. Right. And that's I think it's 1 Peter 5:7. Right. And I realized, I said, okay, like, cast all my anxiety on him. Okay, cool. I don't personally deal with anxiety, right? But my mom does, right? And we would have conversations over the phone, and my mom would, would say certain things in a message, right? My mom would say certain things in a message, and I'd be like, hey, how about we take out all the negative things and be super positive and replace those things? Instead of you saying, I'm going through it, I'm not feeling like myself, how about we change those words up? And now guess what? Now she changed the words up, and now she's saying, I'm growing through this situation, right? And I'm not gonna give up, right? My mom started to change her language, because the language that you're speaking, right? The language that you're speaking, that's coming from your heart. You got to change your heart. You change your heart, you change your language. You change your heart, you change your language. You got to be able to trust what's going on. See, a lot of people don't understand that if you just trust God, he's going to amaze you. While you're struggling, God is creating a strategy. While you're struggling, God is creating a strategy. You're just not patient enough. You just don't understand delayed gratification. That's why I'm never feeling no type of way. I'm like, okay. He must be coming up with a strategy to help me go faster. See, because the blessings come when you think it's over. That's when the blessings come. When you think it's over, That's when the blessings come. See, I heard, what was it, Matt Rosa? I think he said it today. He said something about, what did he say? I think he said something about expectancy or something like that. He said expectancy, right? And he was like, you know, the word, I have an expectation to go ahead and claim whatever it is that I said that I want, right? So I have an expectation that that's mine, right? I have an expectation that Chairman 25, that's mine, right? So it's, when you break the word down, is expect and see, right? So I need to be able to expect that and see it, right? I need to be able to see it because my eye gates and ear gates is going to play a huge role. My eye gates and my ear gates are going to play a huge role. How is it going to play a huge role? Is because that's how I've got, family. You know how to speak Spanish and English because you've heard people say those things. You've heard people say those things. And a lot of people don't understand that. What if you could just focus? What if your eyes can just focus on the things that you wrote down, your goal? What if your eyes can just focus on that so you don't have to focus on the past? So you won't have to focus on the past trauma. So you don't have to focus on those things. See, goals are going to reveal, right, what you've already designed when you wrote down that I'm so happy and grateful now, this, that. Whatever you wrote down, it's already designed. When you go and you looking to build a building, right? The guy has to look at the design first, and then he begins to build. So you haven't submitted your design because you never wrote down your goal. You don't look at your goal. You got to look at it. See, when you start, when the goal, when you're so focused on your goal starts to reveal who needs to be in your business so you can start to go ahead and get closer to that goal. Because I'm just focused on the goal. All I could think about the goal. So now what happens is you start to spot the right people on social media. You start to do the right things that's going to attract the right people in social media. You start to pick up the phone to that person that you really didn't want to call, and you call them. You start to say something to that person on that Starbucks line. Right? You got to write down your goals, because writing down your goals is literally, that's the blueprint too. Every leader has a set goal. Every leader has a set goal. And in the right words that we're speaking. That's the last thing I'm gonna end you guys with, is words that you're speaking. The words that you spoke 90 days ago got you in the position you're in right now. The words that you're going to speak right now is going to determine where you're at in the next 90 days. You either said the wrong words or you didn't say it enough. It's one of those. You either said the wrong words, you either said, my business is going through something. People keep leaving my business. You spoke that. But if you go ahead and you speak, I'm so happy and grateful now. Successful people joining my business every day. You call up Ricky and you say, yo, Ricky, just needed to let you know, successful people joining my business every day. You have a phenomenal day. Text them right now. If you're coachable, text them right now. Successful people are joining my business every day. Let's see who's coachable. Let's see who's coachable. Successful people are joining my business right now. Who's texting them that right now? Who really believes the words that you're speaking? Because here's the thing, your words can serve as a wall or a bridge. My business not working. Boom, wall appears. Successful people are joining my business. Bridge appears. It serves as a double-edged sword because it's power in the tongue. They say it's life and death in the tongue. You can speak good, you could build people up with your words, you could tear people down with your words. Your tongue controls your life. We got to understand that your tongue controls your life. The tongue could bring increase, the tongue could bring decrease, depending on what you're speaking, because you focus on the circumstance that's in front of you. You focus on, my back office, I see my back over. I'm like, yo, that thing went, even when it didn't go up, I'm like, that thing went up today. That thing went up today. That thing went up. And I'm in it. Because your words are gonna follow your goals. I know Matt Rosa said it at the Chin retreat. He said it. He said, you don't know that all the chairman that's in this room, y'all got a superpower. He was like, how many times y'all been saying, I'm so happy and grateful I'm a chairman? And I'm like, Dad, like me and Ricky must have said it enough. Me and Ricky must have thought about it enough. And then it showed up. Words follow your goals. Goals, here's your words. I'm looking at my goals, I'm speaking the right thing, it's gonna follow. See, y'all don't know, y'all don't understand. Look, success loves, that word love, it loves something. It loves speed. Success loves speed, right? Then you got words follow goals. So if my goals is over here and I'm speaking the right things, it's gonna follow. But you gotta go ahead and put the sentence together. When something happens in your business, you can't confess the things that you currently see. You have to confess the things that you want to see. The mind is a machine and it needs to be programmed. Your mind needs to be programmed. Some of us need to reprogram it. That's why when you watch TV, you know your favorite TV show line by heart. You look at Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you look at Dave Chappelle, you already know all the words. Why? Because it already programmed you. You heard it enough. You heard it enough. You heard it enough. Right? Turn on the TV. It's a programming. But here's what you need to do. You need to censor your thoughts. Censor your thoughts. Censor the things that you're letting into your ear gates. Guys, I'm just being honest. The specific, anybody who's on Ricky's team, right? Understand this. And anybody who's on my team in this call, just watch how I'm painting this up real quick. Why would I listen to any other voice other than Ricky's if he's the one with the blueprint? Why would I listen to, you gotta clear out the noise. You listening to too many voices. That's why you can't get to the next level. You listening to, oh, this chairman and that. Just listen to what Ricky got to say. That's your coach. That's your coach. The words give you access. The words give you access. When I say thank you, every time I tell Ricky, yo, I'm grateful for you, bro, I feel like it makes him want to work with me even more. But the people who are not saying, oh, I'm grateful for you, bro, the people who are not saying it, it's not making him want to work with you more. Like, you got a 6-figure earner, you got somebody who's a chairman 25, 30 bands a month. Where else can you work with somebody who's making 30 bands a month? You tell me, by paying $325. Tell me. It's nowhere else. It's nowhere else. It's nowhere else. The right words give you access. Saying thank you goes a long way. Saying I'm grateful for you goes a long way. Watch your business skyrocket because you told your mentor you was grateful for him. Gratitude grants you access. I'm just letting you know that. I don't make the rules. I just understand it, and that's what I did. If we go on T-Mobile right now, if I go to T-Mobile right now and we look at Gustavo, Ricky, Mr. Banks, and Darwin, if we look at the text messages that I've sent them, I've probably told them I'm more grateful for them than any other chairman in the whole organization. 1000% certain about it. I know nobody was beating me in gratitude because people got so much pride. Nobody was beating me in gratitude. Nobody. Nobody sent the amount of messages that I sent because I didn't even want certain things. I just had to make them, I had to make it known that I actually cared about them. I had to make it known that I actually was grateful for them. When the last time you did that? When the last time you did that? We never been taught about gratitude. Yeah, I was in the streets too, and they were saying, yo, chill out with that soft stuff. And I was like, nah, because the stuff that y'all on, that's why y'all still on the corner. The stuff that I'm on, that's why I'm on stage. The stuff that I'm on got me on stage. Stuff that you on got you on the corner. I got sick and tired of it, man. I was like, yo, all right, I'm gonna do the gratitude and I'm gonna do the work. Every time. Every time. Right? You know, so that's all I got for you guys tonight. I hope that everybody had I hope that everybody got some value. You know, I'm really looking. I just really look to get on calls. I hope I hit somebody's heart today. I hope I hit somebody's, hot button today where they're just like, you know what, maybe I wasn't appreciative. Maybe I kept thinking about me. Maybe I do need to be grateful for where I'm at. Maybe I do got to be grateful that I didn't get success yet, because maybe I'd have had ego. Maybe I did have to sit down somewhere and just really just learn. Right. So, if you guys can go ahead and do me a favor, drop love in your last name. Drop love in your last name, because love is a powerful emotion, right? It means an intense feeling of deep affection. An intense feeling, the word intense already hypes me up. Intense feeling of deep affection. That's the type of love that I got for Mr. Ricky Valdez, Mr. Pay Me in Profit. That's the type of love that I got for him. And he knows it. Don't let me outlove y'all. Don't let me do that, because I'm very good at that. Don't let me outlove y'all. All right. Well, without further ado, Mr. Pay Me in Profits, Mr. Ricky Valdez. Again, I want to say I'm super grateful for you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. And man, have a phenomenal night, everybody. And pass it back to you, bro.
All right. Sheesh. Can we drop some sevens in the chat for my brother? Wow. As you guys can see, he's at where he's at for a reason. Man, gave some gems out, bro. Truly, truly, truly appreciate you, bro. Took some great notes. Look at the sevens rolling in the chat. Wow.